So welcome back to another video, and we are back with the reviews, and I will be reviewing Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Friday the 13th, the final chapter. This is personally one of my favorite Friday the 13th movies, and I love how unique this one is and just all that. So if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Let's go ahead and jump into the review for Friday the 13th, the final chapter, part 4. So, Friday the 13th, the final chapter, basically picks up right after part 3. It basically picks right up after part 3 where this one left off. And you are introduced to this family, which I thought that was really cool that there is a family dynamic in this. And you are introduced to one of the iconic characters of this franchise, that being Tommy Jarvis. So you are introduced to Tommy Jarvis and this family dynamic. Not only do you get a family dynamic, you still get a typical teenagers in this movie, but they're not a main focus, but they do have a lot more character development than the other ones have had. The kills are really good, very unique, very versatile in the kills. Um, so yeah, very versatile in the kills, unique kills. The kills are well done. The practical effects are really good in this one. The practical effects are really good. It's directed very well. Love the whole family dynamic. It just adds something new to this franchise, and particularly makes this movie stand out from the rest. There is a lot of stuff going on in it. There's a lot of stuff going on in this movie, but it's handled and directed very well, and that's my opinion. It's handled very well. And not only do you get the whole family dynamic and your typical teenagers, you also get this guy that knows a lot about Jason. It's I think basically just went there to basically hunt Jason. You know what I mean? I think that's what he basically did, and he got killed. You know what I mean? So I think that's cool. That everybody has a reason. Why they're around Camp Crystal Lake. This may be a very, controversial topic, but really Jason doesn't have a signature weapon until after this movie because, in these first 4 movies, he doesn't have a signature weapon. Sorry, but, if you watch these, you know, first 4 movies in particular, just excluding the first one because Jason wasn't in that, so just really talk about the, part 2, 3, and 4. Just talking about those movies, Jason really doesn't use a machete that often. He doesn't use the machete too much in these movies. He uses it more often after this movie. Though that's saying, yeah, yes, true. The machete is iconic and true to the character of Jason Voorhees, but it was something that was never really used that often for his character. You know, and this Jason is brutal. He's vicious. He's angry. You can feel his anger in some scenes, and I think, and this is my opinion, I think this Friday the 13th movie laid the groundwork for how Jason should be going forward, and that is just a brutal force. Just a mean, vicious, brutal force. It's just angry. And that's what this is. And this is one of my favorite Jason looks. Basically the same look from part 3. So that's one reason why it's my favorite look. And this movie is well directed. Some great shots. Some great cinematography. Love the rain element that they put in this movie. I love the rain element. I think this one's better than part 2. And I think this one's, I can't talk about it. I do think this one's better than part 1. It's better than part 2, and it's even better than part 3, in some elements. Because again, this one does something different. And you may ask, what does it do different? Well, it adds a family dynamic, and which, it may not seem a lot, but once trying to, can't talk. It wasn't all about focusing on teenagers. That's basically, what part 1, part 2, and even 3 did, was focus on, these group of kids, right? And I thought the whole intro was really cool because it basically set this whole atmosphere. It basically showed clips from part 1, part 2, and etc. And I thought that was really cool. This movie has a really good atmosphere, in my opinion. Part 3 really didn't have just a good atmosphere. Part 1 had a atmosphere, even though I don't like part 1. That's the thing I can say about part 1, it had an atmosphere. With part 4, the final chapter, obviously that's what I am reviewing, You know, this one had a really solid atmosphere, probably the best one out of these four. It had the best atmosphere, you know, especially the rain adds to that element. And again, Jason seems intelligent in this one. He seems intelligent. There's not a lot of Friday the 13th movies where this dude is actually intelligent. And particularly in this one, like I said, he's intelligent. Like, he's intelligent. Like, he knows how to mess, you know, with this final girl. And I just love how that's, directed. You know, there's so many positives about this movie. I love Friday the 13th, the final chapter. It's one of my favorites and it will always be one of my favorites. You know, this movie doesn't get the credit that it deserves. This movie's well made, it's well directed. It's one of my favorite Jasons. I love the actor that played Jason. And I even heard stories that the actor who played Jason did not get along with the director. You know, they was butting heads behind the scenes, and that's what I've heard. And part of the, and part of the actor's portray of Jason was to take all the anger out and just put it in this role. And so I've heard stories like that, that this Jason actor did not get along with the director. And yeah, you can tell. Like, you can tell because this Jason is mean, he's brutal, he's vicious. Like, legit, if I had to make a list, which I may actually do because I think that'd be a fun video, which Jason would be more, which Jason would be more intimidating to go against? I think this one would be right up there. I think this one and the one from the remake would be like right up there, in my opinion. But that's my opinion. So yeah, Friday the 13th, the final chapter. This is a classic, it's iconic, and I wish more people would give this more credit, where it deserves, because I really enjoy the final chapters. Well written, well directed. One of my favorite Jason looks, one of my favorite Jason actors, and it's all around. Friday the 13th, the final chapter is really good. It's really entertaining. The whole family dynamic, I really love the family dynamic, only because that's something we've really never seen later on in the franchise. And it kind of makes sense, a family going up to a cabin, near like a lake or something, and Jason just popping up. Makes sense. So like I said, everyone had their reason to why they're at Camp Crystal Lake, which I thought that was really cool. There's a lot of cool things about the final chapter. I thought that was really cool. That Jason is really in the shadows, like he's really in the shadows. And I thought that was really cool. Jason came, he came out of the shadows towards the end of the movie, and the way Jason died was really cool. And the whole scene where Tommy Jarvis is just beating Jason with the machete was just brutal. So much good stuff about the final chapter. Highly recommend you guys checking out the final chapter. So that is my review for Friday the 13th, the final chapter. If you enjoyed the review, smack the like button. Please subscribe if you are a first time viewer as well. Make sure you hit that notification bell right beside the subscribe button to know when I go live or even upload a brand new video. And I will see you guys in the next one.